Welcome everyone to the Hermes Journal with your host, Nicholas Kelly. Now, this is my first video, and I want to disclaim that none of this is financial advice, and that I just want to bring a new perspective to you. This is my first video, so as I'm developing as a channel, I will be refining my style and, doing things better. So please have some patience with me while I figure all that out. And without further ado, it's time to talk about the topic of the day. The first talking point of today is going to be about the world's money market on visualcapitalist.com. This article here was posted in May of 2020, so around a year ago, this article was written, and it's a visual representation of the world's money, to put it simply. So as we go down to gold, we see that it's $10.9 trillion here, and in the stock exchanges, we see $89.5 trillion. Now, why is this important? When this article was written a year ago, this was before the big Bitcoin and crypto hype that it has received over the past year. So we're going to take a look at what has happened since that article was written. If you take a look at the left side of the graph here, 1 year ago today, the coin market cap was at $221 billion. What is it today? $1.72 trillion. Okay, that is a 775% increase in a single year. While some of this growth can be attributed to crypto hype in general, I think that there is one very glaring reason why the crypto space is starting to grow rapidly and why I think it will continue to grow. So this right here is the 1 year increase of money supply, and it looks pretty bad, but that doesn't really compare to what happens if you look at the 5-year graph. If this doesn't kind of freak you out, then I don't really know what to say. Before COVID really hit, we were sitting around $3.5 trillion in money supply. But if you take a look at this spike right here, in less than a year, we increased by 51.4% from $3.5 trillion to $5.3 trillion. But that, my friends, is not the end of the story. Now we're going to take a look at the 25-year chart. When was the last time that we saw a massive increase of money supply? Around 2008. Anybody that knows what happened in 2008 knows exactly where I'm going with this. Personally, I find it pretty irresponsible that the US government's way of combating a collapsing economy was to just print more money. It's like the first day of economics class, you're told the concept of supply and demand. This is not even taking into consideration the fact that Biden's $1.4 trillion stimulus bill just got passed by the Senate, and this chart hasn't even been updated yet with that information. Take a look throughout history and see what has happened when similar events like this have occurred. Following the pandemic of the early 20th century, we experienced the roaring 20s of mass economic boom. Everybody was doing everything, spending their money like it didn't matter. However, following the Roaring 20s was also the Great Depression. No one knows if we are going to experience a depression to that scale in the next 10 to 15 years, but it's definitely something that you have to consider going forward with your investments and the crypto space. Remember that as money supply increases, so does the price of Bitcoin and cryptos, because now people have more money to dump into these assets. Not saying that you should as well. I mean, I'm a 21-year-old from Southern California. Like, what do I know, right? Maybe you don't want to invest in Bitcoin because it's too volatile. You can't deal with stress like that of just these giant spikes and dips, right? Well, I want to bring something to your attention that might ease some of that anxiety. I want to ask a simple question. Who really made the money from the gold rush? Hint, it wasn't the panners. It was the people that supplied the necessary tools to get that gold, right? So in the 21st century, who is the Levi Strauss of this crypto gold rush? Enter NVIDIA. So here on the Yahoo Finance website tracking NVIDIA's price history, a year ago from today, March 10th, 2021, it was sitting at around $240.84. Today, it is at $498.73. That is a 210% increase over the span of 1 year. Why is this important? Well, let me show you what happened to Bitcoin over that same span. So taking a look at the price history for Bitcoin, A year ago on March 10th, it was sitting at $7,959.23 per coin. As of today, March 10th, 2021, it is sitting at $56,515, which is a 710% increase. My point is, Nvidia and tech companies coming out with the necessary equipment to mine crypto are going to go up as the crypto scene gets bigger and bigger. That's not even taking into account the fact that those tech companies coming out with the graphics cards to mine crypto are also supplying people that are building PCs. More people are leaning towards Nvidia to get their graphics cards regardless of cryptocurrency in general. They just want good graphics cards. However, don't think that it is all sunshine and rainbows here for the crypto scene. On December 18th, 2017, a single Bitcoin was worth around $19,000. 1 year later, on December 18th, 2018, it was sitting at $3,709 per coin, which is a 412.3% decrease, give or take. Well, what happened to Nvidia during this time? Let me show you. So during that same time frame of Bitcoin dropping over 400%, Nvidia decreased by 46% from around $190 per share to around $130. However, every market has a crash. Crypto is no different from the stock market in that there are bear and bull trends. There's really a lot more upside than what people think. I mean, if you bought in at crypto at $10,000 per Bitcoin, you would be beating yourself up right now if you sold at the dip. And it's really easy to see these giant green candles and thinking that it's too late. But in actuality, with the way that the money supply is going and the way that the crypto market has been growing exponentially throughout the year, I think that it's something that you might want to consider looking into. And if crypto is something that you don't want to involve yourself in, there's no problem with that. But I do recommend taking a look at Nvidia because I believe that it would be a very interesting long-term hold to watch. So, in summary, money supply is increasing, the price of Bitcoin is following, and the price of Nvidia is following both. So, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked the video, you can like and share. I have a few other videos planned for the future, but if you would like to suggest a video topic to me, you can put that in the comment section below. Thank you.